All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Paulister. This is Kuso. It's a game that, if I'm paraphrasing someone else's description here, has the art style of V6 and the difficulty of Manic Minor. The legitimacy of these two statements we are going to verify with you today. And after your incredibly generous donations, we will be playing all 41 stages that are available in this game. Well, the 41 main stages available in this game, and we will be trying, keyword being trying, to remember to collect every single collectible along the way, and also known as Love plus Kuso 100%. If I do this right, it will be a world record because nobody else has a time on this category. If I don't do it right, well, guess we're doing high percent instead of 100%. But anyway, without any further ado, I think we're ready to go. My voice. All right. So, timer ready? Okay, we shall begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Incredible. These claps are amazing. All right. I might have to take a pause in a second and affix a little something with my splits. Because I currently have a live split open here on the side, and I was meant to turn on the auto splitter for it, but alas, that did not happen. So I'm just gonna take a minute here and fix that. So the way the auto splitter works is just that basically it on the in-game time it just it copies the in-game frame counter. Right now we're running RTA, so I'm getting an awful lot of time save. That there in the middle that you saw was the first collectible that we had to get out of 30 in this entire run. You will see that some of them are hidden in progressively more devious spots. Thankfully, so long as I remember that a certain stage has a collectible, I will usually know where it is, so there will be not much concern. There is a certain stage that has tripped me up in its collectible more than once. I have just kind of forgotten because it was like at the tail end of the stage, and oops, that wasn't bad platforming. We'll do it safe. But yeah, it tripped me up a few times. I forgot about it, and yeah, that killed more than one run. So here's hoping we don't do that again. Now here's one of the more devious hidey holes for this. You can just fall straight through. There's like a bit of a gap in there. I'm gonna set a checkpoint. There is a little bit of a hidden passageway here. Secret! The cake is a lie, by the way. But yeah, fall straight through the middle. The hitboxes are quite lenient in that regard. There is another collectible hidden right up there. And then we're gonna slowly progress through this stage. Some toggling platforms that go on and off. We'll have an interesting application for these in just a second. But for now, we're going into this very derelict factory. There's leakages everywhere. Watch where you stand and watch which cracks you go through. So there's another collectible, if I can just get it. Oh, okay. All right. I'll take that. Jolly good. And that's the final section. We're coming up to the 7th stage. This doesn't have a collectible. It does have a speed strat that I'm not going to go for because it's very precise, and I value my sanity more than the speed in which I go in this game. So I'm not going to do it. Instead, I'm going to take the safe strat. 1, 2, jump, jump, jump. 1, 2, jump, jump, jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're through. Never mind. 1, 2, hop, skip, and a jump. 1, 2, hop, skip, and a jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the safety checkpoint there, because otherwise that would be the end of my sanity as we know it. Jolly good. And we shall advance. Yet another stage that doesn't have a collectible, so we can just cruise. Cruise being a relative term, of course, for this game. So just gonna cruise through it, through all of these axes. I'm gonna take a safety jump here so I can avoid that last one. You can just drop down on this last one. And then 2 hops, and you can hold right until the second trampoline after this platform. Second hop here, and then there we go. Set a checkpoint there, and you can just kind of, so long as you can position yourself right in these trampolines, there shouldn't be any problem in traversing them. Okay, so this is an auto-scroller section. Really, there's nothing much I can do. I'm really waiting for the trampolines to get to the left side of this stage so I can actually start doing my thing. In the meantime, Jack, if you have anything to read, I'll just reset my checkpoint over and over.
Thank you, Paulister. Yes, I would like to remind everyone that we are raising money to support Young Minds, a charity leading the fight for a future where all young minds are supported and empowered, whatever the challenge is. Your donations help to make sure that young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's attitudes. 90% of your donations will go to them. The remaining 10% will be used to support UKSG and future events. As Moobot has just reminded us, you can use your free Amazon Prime sub to support us. And since it is September, all subs are half off. So yeah, if you would like to subscribe and help out UKSG and ESA marathons in the future, your help is greatly appreciated.
Go. So here we go. We just went past that stage, and yes, that white section was supposed to kill me as I was going to get that collectible, but it didn't. It's funny how that works. It's called not putting collision on things. So yeah, basically I was allowed to pass through that section and collect the collectible. Otherwise, it would have been a whole world of hurt trying to get that. So this stage is probably one of the longer ones and one of the less geometrically inclined stages, aiming more towards, well, relative realism here. So we're kind of in the insides of a certain dragon and going through everything, going through the spikes. I have not set a checkpoint in a long while. Here we go. I should probably explain how these work. Essentially, you can position a checkpoint anywhere that there is solid ground, but you need to be very careful. If you set it in harm's way and a hazard that would normally kill you touches it, then the checkpoint will reset to the start of the stage. Any subsequent deaths while the checkpoint is at the start of the stage will also get you there. If the checkpoint is anywhere else, then you're fine. There's no need to worry. You'll just respawn to where you put it. Like that, basically. I'll just remember to not miss any of the collectibles, because that would be a shame if I just missed one. So there's a collectible, jump over this, and we're through. Now, the way these stages are separated is there's 2 level sets. There's the Love level set and the Kuso level set. The Love level set comes from the precursor to this game called Love. The previous game developed by Fred Wood, and basically the 16 stages that were in that game have been remastered with the modernized look that Kuso brings, and with some extra content added, so it's there is a distinct difference between that game's stages and this one's. Some new stages here and there, and some more fun stuff to be had. There's another collectible. Gonna set a checkpoint there. I didn't do that in practice, and I nearly paid for it dearly. That little spike of white can kill you, so we're very gingerly walking through it. Oops, that is not... now, in some of these stages, when you're doing IL runs, you can tie, there's like an IL leaderboard, which is measured in frames. Oops. One of these days, I'll get this. Come on. There we go. Okay, so the leaderboards are usually measured in frames, And this is one of 2 stages that I have been able to max to get a tied world record in, because you literally cannot get a faster time than that. So basically going fully YOLO on every single cycle and hoping that the pixels work out for you. So this is the last stage of the love level set, and the last stage of both level sets has been designed in such a way to kind of bring everything that you have done in the past few stages together and kind of test how much you remember from it. Oops, that is a death. We do not want that. Death is bad, so do not die. Okay. Just through that section, and this is the tail end of that stage. I want to believe that we have collected all 10 collectibles from the love level set, and we are slowly advancing to the Kuso level set, which has another 25 stages. So there was 16 on the first one, 25 on the second. The Kuso levels are the modernized ones with entirely new level design, more collectibles, and even more devious hidey holes. So I think you're all going to enjoy with me as I forget Stage 4's collectible. This is the one that has tripped me up more often than not. So I will do my best to show you all that thing indeed exists and is in a place where you would say, huh, who would find that there? I'll tell you who. It's me in a minute or so, hopefully. So we wait a little bit here, we stall so we can just walk through these gazers or torches without a hitch. There's a little gap here you can squeeze through, as we did. And we just go through here, and there's another little section. Oh. And there's the third collectible. And now for the fourth one. Oops, I jumped too early, so... there was a fast strat for that first section. I missed it, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go through the second one. The safe strat of sorts. Oh, thank God I didn't die there. Because that would have been embarrassing, going very far back. This section is a bit finicky, but it's fine. Okay, now, I will not forget this collectible, which is down here. Cat gift, by the way. There's a few of these peppered all throughout the stages, and they are devoted exclusively to the better hidden collectibles of the Kuso level set. Of course, in dedication to Fredwood's cat. So, bless up for the cat. We move on to this stage. You can get this one down in one cycle. It seems confusing, but believe me, just use the platforms as umbrellas and everything else should just follow suit. You really shouldn't worry much about how these things spawn unless you're going for the maxed world record, which my dear friend Game Guy will tell you all about if you ever start playing this game. Gonna get this collectible here. Oops. Oops. Okay. Jolly good. Here's a few more cycle-based areas. I unfortunately did not get that one quite down as much as I'd like, but we shall proceed accordingly. Nothing is dead yet, not even the run. So we are fast approaching. Here's a lovely little skip I can do, like that. It's more precise than it looks. You essentially, when making that jump, you need to be hanging off the tail end of that. The tail end of the platform. Otherwise, you will hit yourself on the wall. So, we take this collectible that's in between all the platforms. And this stage, this has been the bane of my existence, I must admit. Many runs have died to it. And the way it works is these cannons zero in on the direction you're going, but their bullets do not. Oh boy. Oh, thank God. So wherever they see you, they will just fire at you. Make sure to set my checkpoint just right, so we don't forget anything. So here's another collectible. This one's probably the most in the way of them all. You will see that some of the collectibles later on, they are quite well hidden, so to spot them takes a mastery unlike no other. Now, normally there is a strat you can take for this stage to do it fast, but that is thrown to the wind as you realize, oh no, the collectible is right up there, but the speedy route is at the bottom, so you cannot do that. You cannot do that whatsoever. So you're instead forced to kind of just take the top route and take the rest of it as best as you can. If it doesn't work out, then it's a lot of death for you. So here's another collectible, not that far out of the way again. So still, we are going to set our checkpoint in the main path, the any % path. And once we get the collectible, we immediately death abuse back. So here's probably the most devious one of the bunch. You have to barely hug that last little overhang. I said barely hug that last overhang and go through the wall, and then come up, go up here, and essentially you're riding the outside wall of the stage into the, how do I put this, clouds. And there's another cat gif. Aww. And then you dive and you're back here, back in the normal route. Again, it would be difficult to head back there in many cases if you find yourself outside of setting a checkpoint outside of the main route. So it's better that you just set a checkpoint in the stage, go out of your way, get the collectible, and then just head back. This is a vertical ascension of sorts. So we just go up over and over. Normally, even the world record holder would set checkpoints here. The world record holder, Mayonnaise, in his world record run, did not set checkpoints in any other place besides that last one. That is because even if you fall down in that little section, it's a world of hurt because you have to climb all the way back up, and it's a points like these where you go, oh, I should have put a checkpoint there, and yes, you should have. Even if you're like the world record holder, you can like one tap it. It's better that way. So this stage, fun fact, it has 2 collectibles. There's one. There's another cat gif. Lots of motivation of a certain feline kind behind some of these hidden thingies. So hopefully I should have this down. There we go. Yep. That's perfect. That's the strap. Wow. That scared me. I must confess, I got frightened by that. But yeah, we need to follow this top path if we want to get the collectible at the tail end of it. And this one also has a collectible. These drills are normally meant to kill you, but Fred Wood never really gave them collision in the speedrun mode. But he did give them collision in the versus mode, which is the place where we found out, me and my rival Zed, we found out the hard way, hey, these drills now have collisions, all of a sudden. There we go. Bit of time lost there. But let's get the other collectible. This one, you can see it as we pass it up. We're gonna have to drop down here. Sure enough. I was hoping for a different kind of death abuse, but hey, you win some, you lose some. These little pellets, yeah, there we go. That's my visual cue. Barely when the first one passes, that's your cue to go ahead. Otherwise, you're a little bit... you're cutting it fine. Okay. You can't go on this one because you would die to these torches. You must go on the second one, otherwise it's doom. Doom and gloom and death. Alright, I'm waiting on this one. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to focus here. Ah, okay, never mind. I'll take the second path. Okay, I gotta wait. Normally, if you do this just right, you actually manage to hit the earliest possible cycle of that stage, or this section rather, which I got. Oh, thank God. Alright, let's not forget this little collectible. You can miss those very easily. The ones that are like at the very end of the stage where you just have to drop down somewhere. But yeah, this is like a relatively precise speedrun. It seems difficult, but after a while you just get used to the patterns and you develop like consistent things. Because there's no RNG unless you're going for some like IL world record that's dumb. Usually you can just get some consistent cycles all the way. And there's the penultimate collectible, I believe. Yes, the penultimate one. If I've done everything right, we should be having a world record in our hands. Now I'll take an intentional death here to make this path for myself, for this cannon. So thank you, cannon, for forging the path to what could be a banger of a time. 2 hops, and oh, I nearly died. Normally there's a safe strat for this, but that's slow, so we don't do it. Okay, so one last collectible here. Again, the very last stage here, so time will be coming up shortly. Get ready on that, Posy. Okay. Again, it's another one little thing where the developer just takes like all the elements that you saw in previous stages, throws them into one last one and says, alright, you've done all this one at a time, now do them all together. Good luck. And good speedruns, I guess. Don't know what Fred would say in that case. But there we go. And we drop down. This is where the collectible is. Just down there. I'll just get that. There we go. Normally there's a really hype strat there, but I'm not going to do it. Because I value the health of this run currently. And I want to have something that's a relatively tough act to follow for people that aren't Mayonnaise or Game Guy. Everyone else will have to actually fight for this time. Either way, final section, and this is where we find out if this was actually a legitimate run or not. Let's see. We're almost through. Come on. Come on. Come on. Gimme. There we go. And time. And it's a legit world record. We did it. Woo! All right. So yeah, 21:43. I will probably submit that when the VOD comes out or on Twitch, which is hopefully almost immediately. Excited to see that Fred Wood, that's my Trunks in Twitch chat, was actually watching along. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone enjoyed it. It was really fun to do this run officially for the first time. I had done individual 100% categories for Kuso and Love. Good to finally put it all together in the first legitimate Love plus Kuso 100% run that's going to go on the leaderboards. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and keep donating for Young Minds. I believe there was a donation as well. I did notice one.
There was, actually. There was.
Sorry, I didn't let you speak at all.
No, it's fine. That was a very good run, and I totally understand you needing to concentrate. I did not want to jump in there.
Fair enough.
We actually had 2 donations during your run.
Ooh.
We have $10 from Ogre498 with no comments, so thank you very much, Ogre, for that.
Thank you.
And $5 from Ted72,
who
says, shout out to my buddy Fred Wood for making this game. And yes, That's My Trunks was in the chat, and thank you very much for subscribing as well.
All right. That was incredible, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it from me. Let's head back to the intermission, and let's get ready for the next run. That was it from me. Bye-bye.